Okay, outside the paint factory. This is my place. So thought I'd invite you guys into my gym, invite you guys into my shop. Dadgum, might as well invite you into the place that I like. Love to shop, but man, this gym, I've had it for about 10 years. So this is the paint factory, and you'll notice the logo on the wall. And there's Jamie's rack. Dude, there's your rack. I'm waiting for Jamie for him to come pick up his rack. So I thought it'd be nice just to do a video. I'm gonna ask him if he can demonstrate the rack for you and stuff. I've never met Jamie before, but he seems like a super cool guy, and I talked a lot about his rack, which is a deadlift frame. So, if everything goes well and he's willing to, some people are camera shy. I thought it might be this door. It's been like that forever, but it works. It does the door functions to do. A door open and let people in, a door shut and keep people out. But anyway, here is the paint factory. And the gym is, my passions have always been boxing, wrestling, and submission grappling. And that's what this place is oriented around. So this is just just small place. The whole town here, the whole county, population 25,990 something in 2013, I think is what it was. I could be wrong. So less than 30,000 people for the entirety of the county. And my wife and I, this is just a little weight room. And what I'm going to do, our weight area, what I'm going to do here is I've got a design that is awesome. And hopefully I'll be able to build it and put it here. And it's all based off of a landmine systems. So there are going to be landmine stations throughout this thing. It's going to be awesome because I think the landmine platform is a far underutilized platform as far as cages and racks and stuff like that are concerned. And I think it will work really well with what the circuit style training, because with the landmine platform you can take a rack system and you'll be able to have individual stations way easier than you could on traditional rack. And that's what I plan on building for the place. So this is the first sled I ever built. Okay, this is it. I get asked all the time to build sleds. Okay, I typically don't build them because I've got to do all the layout by hand, and it's just time involved for me to do hand layouts and stuff is it's, you can usually buy something commercial to do a decent enough job without having the extra expense and hours it takes for someone to do a hand layout on something. But anyway, let me show you this rack. Let me show you, if I do ever build a rack, I will tell you how it will be built. And I will show you on this one, and I will explain to you why it will be built that way. All right, do you see the weight here? Let me unplug you. Oh, there we are. All right, so do you see, okay, I would replace these. These have been on here for 10 years and still not wore that much. But the thing I would do, you see how the weight sets lower than the frame? I mean, this is, you've got 1.5 inch clearance here. The weight sits super low. And the reason that I would do that on any sled that I make in the future is because it's more stable. Okay, the lower that you get the center of gravity of anything, the more stable it is. If you've ever done judo, or if you've ever done wrestling in high school, or jiu-jitsu, or sambo, anything that involves one person trying to pick up another person and throw them down, you know that if you get underneath someone's center of gravity, it's a lot easier to lift them than it is trying to pick them up and move from the top. So this is the point. This sled will always slide. I mean, you really got to push it and lift it yourself in order for it not to slide. And a lot of the other sleds, especially in parking lots and stuff, they're jittery. You're pushing from the top. The center of gravity is a lot higher. Okay. You see where your handles are mounted, okay? See how the weight is below the handles. By having the weight below the handles, it adds so much more stability to the sled that it is ridiculous. And yeah, you can pile the weight up here. This sled holds like 780 pounds maybe, is what we've pushed on it before. And totally stable. We've took it out to a parking lot, hit ruts with it. You know, it will stop you before it rolls over. And a lot of sleds I've seen just simply won't do that. So if I ever do build a sled, it will be like this with the center of gravity way lower than handle positions. This takes more time to do. It's not an easier thing to do. And it does make the sled a little bit wider because it's got to be wide enough to fit the weight. Other than that, this particular one, you know, personally for myself, okay, this is my own use. I've always been super into recycling stuff. So if I had a piece of workout equipment and I wanted to do something else other than what it's doing, I would just take a saw, cut it apart, and make it into whatever I wanted it to be. And been doing that since I was a kid. Still a kid. Ain't grown up yet, don't plan on it. So anyway, this one is the first sled I ever built. It has the, you know, the low handle. The weight's lower than you get all of that. So let me hook you back up and I'll take you on around the place a little bit. I've got a glute hammer machine over there. It's the first one I built. Scavenged parts off of everything for it too. So this machine, totally scavenged. Works great. If I ever designed some of these, I would do them a bit different too. Let me swing you around. You're Supermaning over, dude. So, you know, it's just a glute machine. And cages over here. This is our cage area. Oh, let me show you some of the people. Dude, really proud of a lot of these people. Okay. So, this person here, that's Justin. Okay. He started coming up here whenever he was like 18 years old, just out of high school. And he's in an arm bar and he's slamming the guy to get out of the arm bar. Don't slam people in the gym to get out of arm bars. If you're in an arm bar and you can slam somebody, especially in MMA, slam the shit out of them. It helps. This is Corey. Pretty good guy. Come up here, he's like 13 years old, skinny mini guy. He's you know, he's become a very, very good man. Yeah, he still pursues MMA somewhat, but he's took a different path with his life, which is, I think, phenomenal. Is you know, he's got a house, he's got a kid, he's got a full-time job, a good job, and man, that's, you know, that's what the main place, this place is about. It's not about turning out the ultra big alpha male stud. Grr. It's about helping people learn hard work, ethics, and things of that nature, and to give them a place to come back to whenever life beats them down, because life beats us all sometime. So this is Corey in his first MMA fight. He's like 18 years old, just turned 18. First fight. That's up on YouTube if you want to watch it. This is some of the guys. I'm stuck back here in the side. That's me. There's Justin, Rich Franklin. There's Corey. There's Richie. Richie's a pretty good dude too. Richie's one of those people you just either love him or you hate him. I love him. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, but I love the dude. And that's John Michael. So we went to Naga down in Nashville. This is Corey's little brother, Michael Campbell. This is Ryan. Ryan lost his mother a while back whenever he was just out of high school. It was a really tragic situation. And, you know, he's growing up to be a fine young man himself. He's got a lot of work ethic, holds down a job. It's what a lot of people don't do. There's Corey again. This is just some guys and ladies after a match. This is some more of the same. This guy here is a foreign exchange student. Man, you can't see that. His name is Ruben. He's was from Holland, come down and trained for a while. Super cool guy. Leg kicks that are outrageous. So here's Corey again, and he actually lost that fight, but it was a war. There's my buddy right there. There's Keanu, his first grappling match. What's up, Keanu? He's not here with me today. Here is Justin again, and he is attacking with a heel hook. Kentucky is, a lot of people don't know this in grappling. Some people do. Kentucky's really well known for their leg locks. It comes from, a lot of it comes from nice guy submission fighting. There's a video of me breaking a guy's leg on YouTube too from back years ago. But not proud of that. That's just one of those things that happen. If you do submission grappling, that's, you make grown man choices. And I made one to go ahead and try to finish something. And, I don't know. I've got bad feeling. I feel bad about that in some ways. In some ways, I don't feel responsibility. But I don't know. It's one of them things. So, anyway. That's Micah right there. So, he's suplexing. He got like 3 suplexes in that match. That match is on YouTube as well, so you can watch that one. That's pretty cool. That's Micah Cox versus... I can't remember what that guy's name was. Man, that's horrible. I should. But I don't. And there's some rest of the guys as well. So we've kind of got out of doing the MMA thing and focusing more on the people thing. And so, which that gets me to something I would really like to thank everyone for. This whole gym last year, this whole place has been, we done away with membership and we went to a donation-based system, which means that people don't have to pay to come here. All of 2016, if you wanted to donate something to help the program stay afloat and go, you could. If not, that was totally okay too. And we done that all through 2016. It's because of the support of people who bought our fitness equipment. And that's it. I mean, you can, our donations, we're a small town. Most of the people that come here, that started coming in, they wouldn't have been able to come otherwise. So I'd like to thank everybody for that, because it's a dream I've had for a long time, because I've never felt that it was appropriate or right to charge people for teaching them how to defend themselves. That just never set well with me, because people who come here are my friends. I think maybe you can tell that by the way I speak of them, because the way I speak of them is true and from the heart. It's how I feel. Everybody up on that wall is my friend. And charging your friends to learn to defend themselves. Yeah, see it up there? Tub. Grrr. Upstairs we got apartments, and whenever the apartments leak, water flows downhill. Gee whiz, I could be a plumber. All I gotta know is water flows downhill. I got it. I could be a plumber. But anyway, I would like to challenge people, if you can, if you own a gym, and a lot of people do that'll be watching this, to, if you can, do at least one class for people that want to come in, and do it free once a week at least. I think that, it may not be a place like ours. We do fitness class or some fitness training as well. People enjoy that. But where am I at? There I am. I think it. Whoa! There we go. I think it'll change the people you see in your place, and sometimes it's good. Not that they're bad people in your place. Sometimes it takes people who couldn't be there otherwise coming into your place to help you keep your place in perspective. And I don't know if this is resonating with some of you all. That's a big word. I don't know if some of y'all get this, and you may not. But if you work hard and you own a gym, and you work hard to do it at anything, our country is lacking a work ethic, okay? And I mean, this is just raw truth. Our country is lacking that work ethic, and it's general. Me and my wife has traveled a lot of this country. There's maybe a few states that we haven't been in. And over the years, I've seen the work ethic decline everywhere. And if you own a gym and you work every day and you do the things that you should do as a man or as a woman, and you need to bring people into your place that can learn to work at something. And that don't have to mean you're going to take them out and work them like borrowed kids. What that means is in the gym, training hard, lifting hard, learn to put in your time, learn to appreciate that there are people out there that if they see you struggling, if they see you trying, they will help you. And it's not because it's a handout, it's because, they see another person who is trying to strive, trying to do their best, and they'll be there for you. So in order, to bring those people in sometimes that need that, you got to open your doors, because a lot of times they can't pay the membership to be there. I know there's gyms out there that's $200 a month. I've been to some of them. They're nice, and they have to be that because that's what the rent on the building is. It ain't because everybody's getting filthy rich. Anyway, so kind of take this as a challenge. I think that's a good way to put it. If you own a gym, I challenge you to do one class a week, free to the public, and if it works for you, great. If it don't, you haven't lost anything, because a lot of the people that's going to come there wouldn't have been able to come there anyway. And if you're like me, you're going to find that what you gain in return is going to be very well worth the investment. So I'm still waiting on Jamie. Whenever he gets here, hopefully I can get him to demonstrate this rack for me. Or his frame, his deadlift frame. Thanks. See y'all later.